G'day, folks. You wouldn't think, eh? But after a bit of reflection, we're still dealing. Okay, hang on, and jump into something else here. We're still dealing with the generator. I got it fixed so it runs on gas. But now, see, the whole thing, I was thinking of converting that to tri-fuel, gas, propane, and natural gas. I have natural gas at the house, but we're in the garage. We're about, at least 35 feet away. And now I researched. Well, first of all, I got a hard time figuring what kind of engine I have on a Generac generator. Hey, I found that these guys use Waukesha engines. Well, they used to. I don't know what they use now, but they used to use Waukesha engines. So I presume it's a Waukesha, but I'm not sure of that. I didn't find no tags telling me what kind of. It's not a Briggs, and it's not Tecumseh or one of the Honda or one of the popular brands. I guess maybe Generac makes their own engines. I believe. I'm not sure. But anyways, other than that, I know a carburetor is a Nikki carb on there, and I know the size, so I can just match the carb and get it's a kind of combined approved way of switching over. I've seen these guys there. They just stick a either propane or gas pipe right into the intake manifold, and they throttle it like that. I'm not about to do that. That's not the right way to do things, and it's not a good way. I know what there's. You can buy like a complete carb. I could go that route. It's about here in Canada. It's about $120, but then I'm still not sure that I'm doing the right thing, eh? So don't know yet if that's the way it's going to go or which way it's going to go. Now, I've explored different avenues, and the biggest problem is that the gas, and now some people are saying that you can't get a non-ethanol gas anymore. It's all, whether you like it or not, it's mixed, okay? So, on account of that, well, you just have to try and get the freshest gas that you can. And it's not by going every 2 days at the gas station you're going to get that. Is the whole thing is when the emergency comes up and you run out of power, you want that generator to be ready. That generator will burn about I think a 5-gallon for 24 hours. So you need at least 3, 4, 5 gallons in hand to, like, and face it, if you run out of power, well, the gas station at the corner is going to be out of power too, and whether they can provide gasoline is a different thing altogether. So I don't know that there's a way other than being ready. And hang on, I'll bring you back. So I'm back. So the considerations are, well, you got to think of everything. It's all right to think, we're going to switch this natural gas, which would be ideally, like you put the generator on, it could run for a week, and we still have natural gas coming through the pipe, see? But to have the generator sitting in here running on natural gas, I'd have to run, by my studies, I'd have to run a pipe around the 3/4 inch pipe from the house to here to get enough, it's not volume, enough quantity of gas needed to run the generator. I think, maybe not. Noel from Noel's Tractor and Firewood probably knows this because he worked in propane most of his working life. But okay, so now, well, convert this, and then I'm at least $130 into it, well, maybe more with taxes and everything. And first I have to make sure, like, measure the throat of the carburetor and make sure I'm getting the right carb, and there's a bit of uncertainty there because there's no chart. I could phone. I've found a place where I could phone them and they're gonna tell me which carb I need. But anyways, oh my God, my sewing table, big chunk of it's missing here on the side. Anyways, so jumping from one thing to another. So okay, so now I can get a carburetor, but then will I be happy with that? Right now it's running good, okay, on gas. It's just a matter of getting enough gas to get over, like, here, like, we got pretty good service. I've seen maybe 8-10 hours without power, but never weeks on end. But there's been some place in the big city here that they've been, when the system really goes down in the projects, like older projects, the main lines are taken down, and it takes one place two years ago, I think it took over a week in the West End there to get the power back on. So that's a lot in the big city. Anyways, so switch it to natural gas, and what I've resolved, I'm trying to think of a way, to go, like, to suffice, but to go through the less trouble. Keep it in running with gas. It's good now, and so I resolved that where I got a lot of gas, in this thing right here. I can run for probably 2, 3, 4 days just with the gas inside that. So I thought of it, and what better way than to stick a pipe in the tank and run it to the generator. But to do that, I can't just siphon it into a 5-gallon, put it in the tank of the generator. That's a lot of trouble, So I figured if I put a vacuum assist gasoline pump on the generator, and then I can switch over from this involves a little bit of work though, but I can switch over from the tanks. I always keep I could keep nothing in the tank, and then just before I started I put maybe a quart or half a gallon of gas in the tank. But I'd want to run that out, because leave gas in that is not a good thing, I'll tell you that. It goes, I was going to say sour, it goes south, and then you got problems. So you run it dry, run the carburetor when you shut it off, run it dry. At the worst, your needle's going to be stuck, and you just tap with the backside of a screwdriver on the bowl, and well, hopefully your needle's going to unstuck, and it'll be flooding be otherwise. And anyways, so unlimited amount of, well, not unlimited. In this year, I siphoned it out of the tank. But the way to do it is the vacuum assist pump on the generator, and then eventually I could switch over from the generator tank to the vacuum system and draw right out of the tank. So I could have, I always have a few 5 gallons in the garage, so I can start it up on that and then switch over. So, and that's the simple non-wallet. Not, I see Gator's a bit cheap, hey? So, so this is the way I thought of. Maybe wrong, but I don't think so. So this is what I thought of doing. So now we're going to take the valve cover off. Well, this is for the next video, eh? And then we're going to put it, well, I think a valve cover. Well, I'll tune it in. I'll tune it in on the next video. Where? Because there's no orifice on the block for a vent. And, well, I'm getting maybe ahead of myself here. So that's it. You'll have to join me in the next episode of Gator's Generator Sagas. Comments are welcome, folks. I try to give non-generic answer. Thumbs up if you feel like I've earned it. And as usual, we'll see you in the next one.